Hi everyone! In this video I want to show you Yōkai City of Crime by MADLAB. Yōkai City of Crime is a board game for 3 to 5 players, which takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play. The main goal of the game is to become the most respected gangster in the city, with the highest amount of reputation. Tiles and cards. The district tiles. Apart from the illustration, they have name, district type and district status. District tiles start with the order side face up, and as the game goes on, some will be turned to the chaos side, marked with the police tape. Crime limit. The maximum number of crime tokens allowed in a district. Action. The special action available to the players in that district. The prison tile. This is not a district. Players caught by police will go there briefly and won't be able to score reputation that round, but they will draw one new entry card instead. Reputation track and gangster reputation counters. This shows reputation gained by players and the player order during certain phases of a game. The player with the most reputation points goes first, and if 2 or more players have the same number of reputation points, the player with their counter higher on that space goes first. When you gain any reputation points, move your gangster counter the appropriate number of spaces. If the space is already occupied by other players' counters, move yours above them. City cards. Each round supply new tokens to districts. Entry cards. Played by the players to generate immediate effects. They have name, type. The type determines when the card can be played. There are 4 types. On your turn, instead of action, police rate, scoring. Effect. Their enhancement and cost. Sometimes you need to pay to use them or to enhance the basic effect. You can have up to 3 entry cards in your hand. Gangster pawn with their communicators. Players will be using communicators to select one of 4 available actions for the gangsters. And also the police pawn, crime tokens, tip-off tokens and credit tokens. Setup. Place the prison tile and then the 7 district tiles above it in a random order in the shape shown, with the order status side face up. Shuffle the city cards and entry cards and prepare to face down decks. Place all the crime, tip-off and credit tokens as well as the police pawn next to the board. Each player chooses a gangster pawn and takes the corresponding communicator and reputation counter. Then place your gangsters in a central district and place the reputation counters on the 0 space of the reputation track in random order. Each player draws 2 entry cards and receives 1 credit token. You are now ready to play. Gameplay. Each game round is divided into 4 phases. City phase. Players reveal 1 city card and place tokens accordingly, ignoring the district containing the police pawn. Action phase. In this phase, each player performs 2 actions from their communicator. Each player selects 1 action on their communicator and places it face down. Then all players reveal their communicators at the same time and, in player order, each player must perform their chosen action. After performing it, place your communicator face down and the next player is ready to go. When all players have performed their action, repeat the process, this time for the second action. The second action can be the same as the first one. Actions available on a communicator. Move. Move your gangster pawn to an adjacent district and then add a crime token to it, if the crime limit allows it. You cannot move to the prison. Increase crime. Place a crime token in your district or an adjacent one. Tip-off. Place a tip-off token in any district. District action. Perform the action available in the district in which you are. During your turn in this phase, you can play any number of on your turn entry cards or, in place of your action from the communicator, 1 instead of action card. Police phase. Move the police pawn to a district where the combined total of crime and tip-off token is the highest, and then remove all tokens from it and move any gangster pawns on it to prison. If there is a tie for deciding where the police pawn should go, then the raid will take place in the one in which there are more crime tokens. If there is still a tie, the player first in the player order decides which of the tied districts will be raided. In this phase, during the raid, players may play any number of raid entry cards in any order. The last phase is divided into 3 steps. 1. Removal of tip-off tokens from the board. 2. Descent into chaos. If the tile the police pawn is still on the order side, turn it over. Scoring. According to the player order, scoring is resolved as follows. If you are alone in a district, receive 1 reputation point for each crime token located there and take all the credit tokens from it. If there are other players in your district, receive a number of reputation points equal to the crime tokens located there, divided by the number of players in the district, rounded down. If there are any credit tokens, share them equally among all of you immediately and leave unallocated credit tokens in a district. If you are in prison, draw one intrigue card. When you receive reputation points during this phase, you can play any number of scoring intrigue cards. End of game. When, after the reputation phase, at least one player has 12 or more reputation points, the game immediately ends. The player with the highest number of reputation points wins. If two or more players have the same number of their reputation points at the end of a game, the tie is decided in favor of the player who has more credit tokens. In the event of further tie, players share a victory. Thank you very much, have a good play, all the best.